Today I'm going to do a video for my PC users on HD Movie Maker Pro, which is a video creator application for the PC, which currently sells for less than $10. I had a number of users who said, I need something for my PC, I don't want it to be expensive, and I want it to be easy, oh yeah, and with a lot of features. So I found it, HD Movie Maker Pro. I'm going to do a full tutorial of this application, so I'll put some markers in there if some of you need help along the way, but you already know the program. And if you already know the program, this probably isn't the place for you, because this is a tutorial for those people who are beginning and using the program. So thanks for watching the Peppy Techie channel. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. And if you found value in this video, please make sure you smash the like button. The other thing I would like to announce is I'm going to be having some giveaways. I have a studio microphone that I'll be giving away. I have some other studio equipment. I have some Philips light bulbs, wireless, so the whole thing. So please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification so you'll be notified when I make the videos and have my giveaways. Thanks for watching the Peppy Techie channel. Let's get to it. I'll show you how to do it. Let's talk about how you find HD Movie Maker in the Windows Store. First of all, you would go into your Windows 10 menu and you would search for the Windows Store. And when you do that, you're going to come into search and search for HD Movie Maker. You'll notice there's a free version, so if you want to just try for free, it's right there. And if you want to try the Pro version, which is normally $14.99, right now on sale for $9.99, which has been that way for about 4 months, so hopefully it'll stay that way. You'll notice a lot of people have used it. It's got a great review, and I certainly love it as a under $10 choice on the PC. I'm going to go out to my Windows 10 menu and put in HD, and then this pops up. So we have opened up HD Movie Maker Pro. This is the screen you originally get, and you can see you have a lot of quick tools that you can use on videos. So please make sure you subscribe to the Peppy Techies so you can learn how to use all of these tools besides what you're going to learn today. So we're going to come in to start this project and create a new project. Now I have created a folder, which is my first advice to everyone, to put your videos, your pictures, and your music you hope to use in one folder so you can use it and not have to go looking all over your computer for the items that you want for your video. So let's create a new project. You create a new project, you get this blank screen. We're going to go to Add Clip. You are giving some choices for your current position, beginning a project, end a project, photo, video, to add credits at the end, or add a title at the beginning. We'll come back and do our title later. We're going to say beginning a project and photo and video. This is my folder of Daisy. We're going to just go out and I'm going to use the control button and I'm just going to grab a few pictures right now. And now you click open. You now have your pictures and your video. This is your timeline scrubber bar, this little gray bar right here. My pictures pop up and I want to first of all go and grab this video, which should be the very first item, and I can drag it and drop it to the beginning and just drop it right here. The other way I can arrange my clips is by clicking Arrange Clips. Now they are small thumbnails and you can now click on items that you may wish to move. I may wish to move this one here. I could move this one to the end. There's some puppy pictures, so if you want to, you can also use the blue boxes as you click on them and it will move. Now you can grab those 5 pictures. Now I'm going to notice something that I've done is I had that picture chosen, so be careful when you do it not to grab pictures you don't want. We'll undo this one. We'll grab these puppy pictures. And I'm going to grab those 4 and move them to the very front. And I have Megan's video. I call this Megan's video because she was a puppy, so we're going to move that there. Now when you are done, just say save on the bottom. And now they are in the order you want. Again, you can still drag and drop videos as you wish if you wanted to move something forward more. We're going to start with photos and use the tools that are available for photos. So we'll click on this first photo. You'll notice you have a duration choice. You can change it here. You have motion, So you can add what we call the Ken Burns effect, where it's actually going to add some motion into the video. See how it's moving toward me? You can change your layout here to different layouts. You can also rotate images if they are not correctly rotated. The best place, however, is under More Tools. We're going to click on Edit Photo Clip. This is where I get the choice to change a lot of items in one place. This is the duration, and I'm going to change it to 3 seconds. And I'm actually going to apply this to all my photos. It's the only place I can do this, and I'm going to say yes. So now all photos will be 3 seconds. I can come down to Layout, choose different layouts, and also apply it to all photos, or I can randomize this for all photos. I'm going to come to Transition, and this is where I get to choose the transitions. There are lots of transitions. My favorite, and the one you'll find in most videos, is Fade. There are a lot of transitions in here that are very cool. You even have Page Curl, which is a big favorite, and Dreamy. You can play with these as you wish. My advice to you is choose one and stick with it, and maybe put a different transition on 1 or 2 pictures, but don't randomize them for all photos, because people will start looking for your transition instead of your video. Now we're going to look at motion. Now it may be turned off when you first get to it, so you would have to turn it on to be able to see these effects. And again, this is what we call the Ken Burns effect. I'm going to stick with this coming toward me sort of look, and I am going to apply that to all photos. Now you'll notice all the pictures are 3 seconds long, and there is a transition between each one of them. You see this little picture, that means that is the transition. Now we're going to look at video and the choices that we get. When you click on a video, again, whenever you're on a selection, there's a blue line underneath it, right above the slider bar. And we are going to see, the first thing I want to do is turn off the volume to this clip. I can choose a transition here. I'm just going to choose Fade. I can rotate my video here, and there are more tools. The first tool is Split Video. Split video means you're going to come to a place in the video where you want to split out something. And I'm going to come right here and add a splitter. So I've now just created 2 movies. This first part that I'm going to get rid of, and this part here. I'm now going to take this yellow bar toward the end where I know I turn away from the camera, and I'm going to add a splitter. I'm now going to save this. You'll now see at the beginning of the movie I have this beginning 8 seconds, the 25 seconds I want to keep, and the 2 seconds that I also want to delete. I will click on this first one here, the blue line is underneath it, and I'm going to go to the far right. You'll see the garbage can right here. Delete. And say yes. Please note there is no undo, so be very careful when you are deleting this way. I'm now going to click on the 2 seconds and also delete it. You now have the 25-second clip that you want to keep. I'm going to come here to the second clip that I have of Miss Megan and Daisy running around, and it's 25 seconds. We're going to go to More Tools, and we're going to go to Trim the Video. Now trim is a little different, but I'm going to come to this part right here, and I'm going to say add a trimmer, and it's just going to cut out the end of this video. If I move this yellow to another part and say add a trim, notice it's trimmed out the entire video. I can use this blue line now to just trim out the little parts that I want. This creates one video. not 3 clips. So in a way it is destructive. So be careful when you do this, because you're going to lose part of the video you may not have wanted to lose. But it allows you to run this little trimmer around and find a part you may want to trim out. And again, just take the yellow bar to scrub it. This was the part I kind of wanted to run out of. So this part is now trimmed and the end is trimmed. And I'm going to say save. And now if you'll notice, this is now 21 seconds long. There are no choices and there is no undo. Now your original video is still in the folder, and if you do make a mistake, you just come back in to add clip, re-add your clip, and redo your cuts. We'll go back to the Megan's video, and we're going to come to more tools. And we're going to look at enhance video. The choices that you can, I'm going to come to the middle of this where I can see a little better, is you have some effects. I'm going to click add effect. And my first thing is to do saturation. You're going to add saturation, adds the color. You can see where the mulch and the grass is a little greener here. So I'm going to bring that saturation up. I can also come and add a vignette to this. This is the amount of vignette. This is the curve of the vignette. And I can preview it right here if it's what I want to use. When you're done, you click save. I am not going to add the vignette. I'm going to keep the saturation, sepia, grayscale. Now, of course, you're adding them on top, so be careful to delete in the upper right if you don't want every effect. We're going to say contrast. You can again turn that all the way up, all the way down. We can add an effect, exposure. So if you overshot, and of course your brightness and darkness, and delete it if you don't want it. I'm going to keep saturation and save. The next part, which is text overlay. So we're going to come to this first video that we did, and we're going to go to more tools, text overlay. So you can add text to a video. Down here is your slider, and this is the full length of the video that we have here, which is about 25 seconds. And let's just say right here at 1 second or 2 seconds, you can see the numbers as I slide. I'm going to add a caption. You can type what you want in the box, change the font. There's lots of fonts to choose from here. I can now come to the first section, which is text color, and I can change this to red, orange, or some other colors in this bar or the palette. Click off when you're done. FX is the effect that you want to have it come in. I will have it fly in. Notice I will give you a demo what flying in looks like, floating in. Zoom, go and turn, linear gradient, and to rotate in. Let's go with a linear gradient. Say okay. First thing I want to show you is the minute you put the text in, you get a timeline here, how long it's going to be. You'll notice you have a left marker, and all the way over here you have a right marker. So I'm going to have Daisy Claire stay on the screen. I can click on it and move it where I want to. I can also then come here to the text slider and make it larger. So I'll move it right here. I can also do a background color, which is sort of like a box color. And if I wanted to do something like that, I can also change the opacity. So it's there, but it's very opaque. You can center the text in the box, left, right, bold, italics, underline. If you don't want that text, you can just hit this here to delete it. Now I'm going to add another caption. Make sure preview effects is turned on. Add another caption. Enter the text here. You now have welcome home, which comes in at the same text as this does, same background and everything in the middle of the page. I can now change this text size down, bring it right here. You'll also notice this is only coming in because my cursor was here when I added the text. I can move this. You'll see underneath this gray line, that's the other text. So I will have this come in at about 5 seconds. You can see the numbers on the slider, and I'm actually going to have that go out at about 10 seconds. So now you have the main text that's here. Click on Welcome Home, you can see that text is there. So if I move the yellow slider here, I can now add another caption. Notice the slider will put it here, and it picks up on the smallest size here that I last made that text. This text is here, that's number 1. The second text is here, you can see it on top of the gray bar, and the third text is here. If I click on it, you'll see it here. And again, if you want it to be longer, you can, and have it come in right when the other one goes away. Preview this. It's going to show you where it's going to come in. I might just put this right here. Let's scroll all the way back to where this comes in, and we can just scroll through. So there's Welcome Home, and then Best Girl Ever. So I'm going to try to put pretty close to being in the same place. Now I can overlap it so I really know. So for size, I can have it be in the exact same place, sort of centered. So now I'll move this back and ruin my timeline so I can actually see it. So there's Daisy Claire, Welcome Home, and then Best Girl Ever. This video is still clicked. I'm going to come to More Tools, and I'm going to come to Edit Video. Photo Overlay. What that means is I can now add photos into this video. So we're going to come here and pause this. We're going to say Add Photo, and I'm going to click on one photo, and there's a little photo of Daisy. And just like with the text, I can enlarge it. You'll also see down here on the timeline, I can move this to come in, and we'll have this come in about right when that text comes in. Welcome Home. I'm going to move my cursor to about right here at 8 seconds. Add Photo, and we'll come here and grab. Actually, something I don't have maybe in the video. So I don't have this. I'm going to enlarge it. I'm going to come up here and make sure it's the same, similar size as this one. As soon as one ends, the other begins. So it's just another way to do it. So you could have them all in the same place. So this picture comes in, and now that picture goes away, and the next picture comes in. And now as I'm running this cursor, you get one picture and then another picture. And of course you can move these wherever you want to. The one picture comes in, now this picture comes in. Now of course you can have this picture run the length, come to the second picture, have it run the length, and have both pictures. That one pops in, now this one pops in. So you can have a lot of pictures popping in all over the place. That's how you do photo overlay. Now you're done with your video. You might want to come to Add a Clip and put in at the beginning of the project a title. Down here is the color of the slide. Daisy's color is pink. If I think that's too bright, I can come here and I can move that brightness down by using the palette. I'm now going to say add a caption, type it in the text box, and choose my text. Change the size. This is the color of the text. I'm going to give it a background color. Choose something purple. There we go. So that's the first one. We'll make this bold. And there's Daisy Claire. So I'm going to say OK. And now it's 3 seconds long. The next thing you can do, add clips. So we can go to the end of the project and add a credit. These are scrolling credits. You can change that duration. Now I will show you when you preview this. You'll see how slow or fast that is based on this duration of time. So I'm going to change that again to 10 seconds. Hit this play button to the far right, and you'll see how much slower this now is and how much easier it is to read because it is slow. I can change the background of the slide. Again, click on the color wheel to lighten up the color. I can click in this box, and the difference here is you get what each text looks like, which is really lovely. I wish it was on all of it, but it's not. This is the text color. You notice there are no bolds or other items here. And I can make this text much bigger. Run the preview. So now we're done and we have our ending credits. The next thing we need to do is add some music to this. And I'm going to click Edit Soundtrack. And you want to make sure your cursor is where you want the sound. I'm going to insert music. You have some built-in tracks with this program. I'm going to choose Summer and say Add. And it's going to add that music. And now I'm going to insert music again. Current position. You can go to your local music files. Now, if you do not know this, Google has a lot of free music on their website. And you can go out and get it. If you watch the video, there'll be a link up above. I'll be making that video on how to get Google free music. So make sure you subscribe. And I highlight the whole thing so I can go to the volume here. And now I can turn the volume down so it's just not quite so loud. When I'm done, I can single click it, unclicks it. So I'm going to use this cursor on the top. And I'm going to use the big ball. Just grab a little bit. This is where I'm going to go to fade in. Notice it pushes this down a little bit. It now fades in. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Just double click here, then double click again. Move this to here. Take the ball to the end. Effect, fade out. When I'm done, all I have to do is say back. And now we have our video. Save your project. Now this is just saving your project. Of course, now what I want to do is save my video. That means it's going to make it into something I can use in another format, such as on my television, my phone, my iOS device, my Android, etc. If you buy the Pro version, you can make this video in full HD Pro version. If not, the free version only gives you the HD 720. MP4 can be read by everything. WMV, usually just a Microsoft machine. So if you do MP4, it's going to work better with other iOS, Android, and all devices, PC devices, and Apple devices as well. Stay with the hybrid encoder. Then the bitrate. Bitrate means the quality of the video. The smaller the size, the less quality. 41 megabytes, only if you go all the way up to the top. 12 is the highest. It's a 164 megabyte file. We're going to now take a few moments. This will take a few minutes depending on how much you have to make your final video. You click Make Video, save in a file location. I'm going to do it on my desktop. Save it. It will encode the file. It's going to take a while, so we'll be right back. I put this video right here, and I can now double click it, and of course my video player, VLC, will play the video. Isn't she adorable? That's my baby. And that's how you use HD Movie Maker Pro Tell Your Story. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Hope you'll subscribe to the Peppy Techie channel. Please make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified when I make a new video. And leave your comments down below. Your questions, your thoughts, even your advice is much appreciated. And don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks for watching the Peppy Techie channel.